Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now let's focus on DCP because the party that many people are talking about right now is DCP. So in our previous analysis, I shared something concerning the move that RIGATHI took, trying to deal with the emerging cracks in the leadership of DCP. That was after Cleophas Malala openly defied with the United Opposition Alliance leadership's decision to pick Mukisa Kitui as the official spokesperson of the party. But again, if you go back to history, realize that Mukisa Kitui and Cleophas Malala have been political enemies before. So maybe that is the main reason why Cleophas Malala was quick to react. Now in this analysis, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like us to focus on Kipiri. There's something there in Kipiri that I carefully analyzed, and I could tell that unless RIGATHI takes a different approach, if he attempts to impose people on the citizens or on his supporters, then the party is most likely going to disintegrate. Now that will be the beginning of a major fallout between the leadership and the people.
DCP is actually the dominant party in Mbeere North, and therefore we have a candidate in Mbeere North by the name Honorable Dan Boy, who is doing very well.
If the DCP stands for Skiza wa Kenya, we are asking our party leader to come on the ground and listen to the people of Mbeere North.
So what happened in Kipiri is that Gachagua was shocked when the member of parliament, Wanjiku Muhia, was booed and heckled badly over supremacy battle in DCP. You know,
Wanjiku.
the member of parliament is hard, attempted to quell tension there, but she can't. As a matter of fact, if you look at the video, heckling went on, and that was a sign that the people are not contented with the leadership there. In fact, according to them, it's like they're sending a strong message that RIGATHI should pick fresh minds. Maybe what they're trying to do is to side with Malala's stand. Malala's stand was fresh people, not all the guards being put back in the leadership of DCP or in the opposition leadership. So before I take you directly into that video, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to appreciate you for the support you've been giving this channel. If you wish to support us, ladies and gentlemen, just like this video and subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much for that support. Now, this is happening almost 2 days after Duncan Mbui, who was supposed to be the member of the DCP candidate, was forced to, decamp and run as an independent candidate. Now that move has not started well with so many people in DCP, and that explains the main reason why maybe this issue is spilling over to other places, strongholds of DCP, and by it spilling over to those places, the people in those other places are beginning to see a different approach from the one that they expected. They had expected a democratic process whereby people are candidates are picked by the people, but not the leadership and picking people. You see, that is where now RIGATHI is facing a music now, because there are people who stood with him. There are people who stood with him when he was at his worst. Now, RIGATHI will want to reward those people with positions. You see, the most sure way, because DCP is not going to, let's be honest, RIGATHI wants to become the president, but we know very well that they can as well pick anyone. So what the people on the ground are thinking is that if the united opposition decides to pick Kalonzo Musyoka, it means Wiper Patriotic Party is the one that is going to produce a presidential candidate, but under the banner of United Opposition Alliance. So if that happens, these other parties, the only way these members of these small parties can, or big parties can benefit, is by benefiting from the crowd, by getting seats, elective seats. You know, the biggest lesson that most politicians have actually learned in this Kenya Kwanza arrangement is that you are safe if you are elected, you know, but not appointed. Because some of the people who supported William Ruto during the campaigns, how many of them are still enjoying the fruits of their support, you know, their struggle to have William Ruto become the president? Many of them are now languishing in the opposition side, you know. Again, they're the same people who want him out of office, but they have a right to do that because Ruto has not did not abide by the promises which they had, the pre-election pacts. So that is the main reason why the people on the ground want to secure this moment by putting someone they want, not someone given to them. But again, the leadership also is feeling indebted to such kind of leaders who stood with them. You see, a party, for it to, you know, be big like DCP, it needs finance. There are people who finance DCP. So those are the kind of people more Rigathi Gachagua would want to quickly reward with positions like the candidate positions. So what befell Kipiri Member of Parliament was something that shocked Rigathi Gachagua based on the facial expression. The Member of Parliament, Wanjiku Muhia, could not cool the tension there. I remember hii ni backyard yake. Kama backyard yake tayari ishaongea hivyo, it is sending a very strong message to Rigathi Gachagua that, look here, we will vote for you, yes, but you will get fresh candidates, not existing candidates. You see, there's something that Rigathi Gachagua needs to understand. Hawa watu ambao wanasimama naye, some of them, they convinced the locals to vote for the president. And then they decamped from that position of supporting the president. Because of course, the people don't support the president anyway. But they still remember that these are the people who led us into voting for someone maybe we wouldn't have voted for. So according to the people, most of them feel that they were hoodwinked into voting for someone they ought not to have voted for. So that feeling also is still the main reason why such heckles, such booings will still continue. So I maintain that the best thing that Rigathi can do right now is to go for fresh minds. And maybe what Cleophas Malala told him is the best advice. I'm looking at Cleophas Malala's advice as the best that Rigathi Gachagua can ever have. You know, that is one that is going to stop any kind of fallout that might erupt going into the future, especially the issue of Mbeere North. Mbeere North tayari pale, if they're not careful, they're going to lose. Because already kuna shida pale, and the Member of Parliament ambaye allied to Rigathi Gachagua in the Embu has told those people that he's going to support the independent candidate. You see, that's already a signal that kuna shida on the ground.
Candidate wangu ni boy na Kivoi nitasimama na yeye mpaka malize na afike mpaka kule mwisho, regardless of anything, kwa sababu huyo ni mtu ambaye nimeona ndiye anaweza saidia Mbeere North. Hao wengine wanangoja wakamatwe wasaidike, lakini huyo amekuwa akijituma yeye mwenyewe.
So ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this matter that befell Rigathi Gachagua in Kipipiri? You heckling. It was not expected. Rigathi's facial expression, ilionyesha kwamba he never expected that is what was going to happen. But it happened. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed. Thank you once again for choosing YOLENO TV as your favorite political channel.